What's up, makers? I'm Mr. R. Today, we're going to learn about our ticker. In this activity, we'll construct a model circulatory system to help us understand the important role these organs and body parts play in keeping us alive. Let's dive in. So for today's class, be sure that you have your circulatory system kit, your instruction card, water, paper towels for cleanup, and you might also want to have an adult nearby just to help, and that's optional. So once again, welcome makers. T-Core Classroom and STEM Discovery Boxes presents Assemble a Circulatory System. I'm your host once again. My name is Mr. R. Now, I welcomed you all as makers, and what is a maker? Well, a maker is someone who designs, creates, invents, or solves problems using science, technology, engineering, and math. Today, when you're building this project, you are all makers. In this lesson, we're going to be learning about the circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system. Now, this is our body's transportation system. It moves important things like oxygen, nutrients, and water to all the different parts of our body, and it carries away waste that our body doesn't need. Our circulatory system is made up of three main parts. Our heart, which is a strong muscle about the size of a fist, and that pumps blood throughout our body. It has two sides, a right side and a left side. We also have blood, which is a liquid that carries oxygen and nutrients throughout our body, and blood vessels, and these are tiny tubes that our blood travels through. Every beat of our heart pushes blood from the heart to the lungs in order to get oxygen. The heart then sends oxygenated blood, which means blood with oxygen, through arteries to the rest of the body. Now, our veins carry oxygen-poor blood, meaning blood that doesn't have oxygen in it anymore, because that oxygen was transported to other organs. And our veins carry that oxygen-poor blood back to our heart to start the process over again. Blood, as you can probably tell, is pretty important in this system, and it has different parts as well. Red blood cells deliver oxygen to the cells so that they can make energy, and think of them like delivery trucks that bring oxygen everywhere. White blood cells help keep you healthy by fighting off germs like bacteria and viruses. Think of these like tiny soldiers that protect your body from getting sick. Finally, we have platelets, and these fix veins and arteries when you cut yourself, so think of them like little patchworkers. So how is our project going to work? Well, when it's assembled, the syringes are going to represent a pumping heart by simulating blood flowing through the circulatory system. One syringe represents the left side of the heart, the other the right side of the heart. Now, the right side of our heart sends blood to the lungs to pick up fresh oxygen, and the left side takes the oxygen-rich blood and pumps it to the rest of our body. Before we begin our build, make sure you have the following pieces in your kit. You should have 2 syringes, you should have 2 short tubes, 2 medium tubes, and 2 long tubes, 2 T-connects, and 2 valves. Okay, so we have a total of 12 pieces that should be in our kit. We also should have a little water cup and a little bottle of red food coloring. Some additional things that are in your kit that you may want to have handy when we start building are paper towels to clean up any spills or to lay down and build on top of, just in case we drip any food coloring. We don't want that to mess up mom and dad's table or our teacher's table. Also, you may want to have an adult nearby for help, just in case. Okay, let's get building. Okay, so we have our materials, we have our syringes, we have our T connectors, and these look like the letter T. They should be pretty easy for you to identify. We have 3 different size tubes. So we have 2 short tubes, we have 2 medium tubes, and then we have 2 long tubes. We also have 2 valves, okay? And it's going to be really important when we build that we pay attention to our valve and what side the red is going to be on, okay? So is it going to be on the left side or is it going to be on the right side? So pay close attention to when we are attaching our valves, which direction the red piece inside your valve is facing. Okay, that's going to be key to making our model work. We also should have some food coloring and some water. Now, before you begin, I would recommend covering the table or work area that you're at. just in case you spill some food coloring. You don't want to make any kind of stains or anything like that. So now that we are ready to get building, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to attach the short tubes to the edge of the syringe. Okay, so we're going to take one of our syringes and we're going to take our short tube and we're just going to attach them. Okay, just like that. We're going to do it with each one. So 1 and 2. Okay, so we got syringes and we got short tubes attached to them. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to grab our T connectors and we are going to attach those to the other end of the short tube. So we have our syringe, we have our short tube, and we have our T connector. So go ahead and plug that on. And when you do it, you want the like the side that makes the right angle. Okay, you want that kind of pointing in towards the middle as best as you can. Now, these might not slide down quite as much as the syringe did, but as long as they're on there snug, water is not going to be able to get out. So you don't have to fit it all the way down. A little bit will work, just as long as there is a good seal there. Okay. And if you're having some trouble, it may help to ask an adult, or you might want to just set your tubes out for a little bit. If they're exposed to hot temperatures or just a warm room, it'll be a lot easier for you to put them on. If your tubes are cold, it's going to be really hard for them to go on the different pieces. So you might need to take a break and do that and then come back when you're ready. So we should have 2 syringes now with a short tube and a T connector on the end of it. Okay, perfect. We're going to move our long tubes, our medium tubes, and our valves just kind of off to the side for now. Now, when I have this set in front of me, I'm going to have my syringes kind of pointing the opposite direction of my body. So the top of the syringe is pointing away from me, and I have the T connectors pointing towards me. Our next step is going to be attaching a long tube to the other end of our T connector. Okay, so not the part that's pointing towards the middle, the bottom side. All right, so once again, we're going to attach our tube, and it doesn't have to go all the way down. Okay, as long as it's on there snug, that will work. And we're going to do that for the other side as well. So we're going to attach our long tube to our T connector. And we're just going to make sure that it's on there snug and water is not going to be able to get out once it starts circulating through our build. Okay. And if your tube, mine doesn't really want to super cooperate, so I'm actually going to pull mine off and quick turn it around just to make it a little bit easier for you all to see when I'm building the directions that everything should be facing. Okay, so we got our syringe, we got our short tube, we got our T connector, we got our long tube. Okay, that's what we should have right now. The only things we haven't used are our medium tubes and our 2 valves. And speaking of the valves, we are about to use one of them now. Your first valve is going to connect your 2 long tubes. And when we connect our 2 long tubes, we want to make sure that the red side is facing our left hand. Okay, so the red side is going to be to the left of us. So I'm going to put it on first on the end of our long tube. Again, it doesn't have to go all the way down. It just has to be on there snug so that we're not going to have any water leaking out. All right. Now we're going to take the other side and attach it to this end, to the white end. And the one I'm attaching now is the syringe on the right of my body. Okay. So we're going to just get that on there nice and snug so that no leaks happen. All right. So you should have essentially like a U or like a jump rope. Okay. We have our syringes. We have our short tubes. We have our T connector. We have our long tube, and we have our valve, making sure that the red part inside the valve is facing the left side. Our final step is going to be connecting our medium tubes, and they're going to go on this piece of our T connector that's pointing towards the middle. And we're just going to pop one of those on there, and we're going to go over to this side, and we're going to put one on this side too. So both sides get a medium tube. Now we have one final piece left, and that is another valve. Now, the important thing about this is we want the red to face the right. So it's going to be opposite of what's down here. So the red is facing left down here. In the middle, connecting our medium-sized tubes, the red part of our valve is facing the right. So I'm going to attach it to the right side first. Again, doesn't have to go all the way down. Just has to be on there snug so that water doesn't leak out. And now we're going to attach it to the left side. And again, if you're having trouble, warm up your tubes. Set them out. It's almost summertime. Put them outside. Let them suntan a bit, and they should be able to slide right on to your components a little bit easier. Or ask an adult for help. Okay, so our model is essentially built. It's now time to start filling it with our blood, which is our liquid, which is going to be our water with our food coloring in it. So you can set this off to the side, grab your water cup, and grab your food coloring. Put a couple drops in. You can make it as dark as you want. I have a little bit of a bigger cup of water, so I'm going to put a little bit more food coloring in mine. It'll take a little bit to kind of work its way through. You can give it a little stir if you want. Again, make sure you don't make a spill. That's why we put those paper towels down earlier. So just give it a little bit of a mix, just like that. And now we have our blood. Now we are going to take one of our syringes. It does not matter which one you choose. Okay, we can take either one. I'm going to take this one just because it was a little bit easier for me to put on earlier. So I know that it's going to be able to slide back on a little bit easier. And we're going to fill it with this liquid. So to fill it, we're going to put our syringe in the water, fully submerge the tip, and then just pull back on this back end. Okay, just like that. And we have a syringe full of our liquid, which represents our blood. We're now going to reconnect it. Helpful tip, reconnect it over your water, just in case anything drips out. It's not going to make a mess, right? So we can set our liquid off to the side. And we now have our model totally put together. It's now time to test it out and talk about what's happening. And we will be cutting here while I reposition everything. Okay. Okay. Now, to make our model look more like our actual circulatory system, what we're going to do is before we start testing it, we're going to push our two syringes together, kind of hold them there with your finger. And we're going to take this top part, so the longer tubes, and we're just going to bring it down below. All right. Now, essentially, what we've made are the two sides of our heart, the left side, right side of our heart. We have our arteries, our veins, and we're going to be seeing how our blood flows through the system. And you can push and pull each one of your syringes and watch how it transports the liquid throughout our model. And this is kind of what happens in your heart as it pumps. It's pushing blood towards your lungs to get oxygen. Those arteries are carrying that blood-filled oxygen throughout your body. Your veins are then bringing it back to your heart, which is pumping it back to your lungs to go get more oxygen. So that's exactly how our circulatory system works. You can add a bit more water if you wanted to. one of the things you can do is kind of just squirt a little bit through and empty out some of your syringe. And then you can kind of put a little bit more through. It'll make the model work, and just kind of you'll have a little bit less of the tube part showing. But yeah, this is our circulatory system, and it's pumping blood. So we got our two sides of our heart, our arteries, our veins, and what would be our lungs would be up here. Okay, so our lungs would be getting the blood to them, getting it filled with oxygen, transporting them through our body, and our veins bringing it back. Pretty cool little model about what goes on inside our bodies that keeps us alive every day.
Now that we have our model put together, if the blood is not pumping through your model, check your valves and connections first. Are all of the tube connections tight? See if water is leaking out anywhere. And if it is, try to tighten that tube and that connection. Are the red sections of your valve connecting the two long tubes facing the left? What I mean by that is take a look at figure 2 here in this picture. So on our long tubes, that little valve, the red portion of it should be facing the left. Another thing that we might want to check if our build is not working is the red section of your valve connecting your two medium tubes facing the right. Take a look at figure 3, and we see the medium tubes, which are kind of in the middle of our build, okay, in the middle of our model there. We want the red part facing the right here. Okay, if you have those switched, it's not going to pump properly, or if they're both in the same direction, not going to pump properly. So check those if your model isn't working and try it again. It is now time to reflect. After this lesson, think about how your circulatory system works and what you found most challenging about building this model. What's something you still want to know? Happy exploring. We'll see you next time.